Welcome to UTAB. Today we're going to be discussing things I wish I knew before going to the senior high school, also known as SHS.
Okay, so as she said, we are going to be discussing things that we probably should have known before going to high school.
Yes,
So yeah,
our experiences, our educational system, everything.
okay.
So, what do you think you wish you knew before going to the SHS?
Me first of all, honestly, like you should know that when you're going to be hungry. As for that one day, because there's no it's not like there's no food. Oh. You when you go, you see if you would be willing to eat some of the food they serve in the dining and all of that. But then, honestly, it's not that bad. I mean, like when you go fresh, firstly, you won't be able to handle it. For me, I wasn't able to handle it at all. So almost throughout my year, like the 3 years in high school, I barely went to the dining hall. Yeah, that's what I can see. Last, firstly, yeah. So what about you? How was your dining experience?
Okay, for me, my dining experience was actually not bad at all. I went to an Accra school, so the food was actually not bad. It was edible, yes. It wasn't something that you would eat at home, but it was edible. It wasn't so bad. And it was also a government school, so yeah.
Okay.
And also, I also wish I really knew how to scrub drains, because back in my school, when you wake up in the morning by 4:30 a.m., everyone has started work. That is those in the boarding house. For those of us who were in the boarding house, we worked in the boarding house. We worked in the drains, we worked in the bathhouses, and even in our rooms. So we had people who were sweeping the dorms and mopping. We had people who were scrubbing the bathhouses, and we had people who were scrubbing drains. And trust me, it wasn't easy at all. Sometimes there were spirogyra, those green stuff, so you have to scrub it, like it has to vanish. And if you're not blessed and you have house prefects and supervisors who are very cruel, that is a whole different story.
Okay.
Yes. So
So
that is something I really wish I knew how to do best.
okay.
Yeah.
So
But
if you ask me, uh, concerning the working and all of that, the school I went to, you should know how to read before you even plan on going. Yeah, you should know how to read because the reading is more like a punishment. But then sometimes it's like okay, every dorm and then where they work. So some people work on plots, like you have to read your plots, keep everything intact. But then I'm saying everybody should know how to read. As a guy, you should know how to read because you don't know when you'll be punished, and whenever you're punished, the first thing that any teacher or housemaster or senior housemaster will tell you to do is go and read. So that's your ticket out of any like further severe punishment. So you should know how to read. Yeah.
even as a girl, we actually did reading. Like we read a lot. It was punishment mostly, but then sometimes when we are going to have like occasions in our school, we were asked to read. Maybe a class would read a certain portion, and if you do not have any experience at all in reading, I mean, at first for me, because I didn't have any experience in it, it was actually fun from the beginning. Even the scrubbing and all that, it was fun from the beginning, but then as time went on, like you realize that it's something that you have to keep doing, and it's tiring. So it's not so fun when you know that this is like it seems like a punishment. Yeah. So that is something. Yeah.
Okay.
And the educational system. For subjects like mathematics, where you need to have, or okay, personally, for maths, when you have, I feel like when you have the basics, like someone that is teaching you and helping you understand formulas and methods and all that, it's actually easy when you're doing it on your own. But then when, even from the basics, like there's no one to like frequently help you do it, it becomes so tough. And as time goes on, you realize that your grades are slipping and all that. But when you know how to when you know how to teach yourself from beginning to end, or you have someone that can actually start helping you, it's actually a good thing. Because the teachers are not people that you should fully rely on. That is if you are going to a government school, they are not people that you should really rely on. I mean, you're supposed to rely on yourself and your books. Or else if you rely on or depend solely on teachers, you would really slip. like your grades will be bad, your your understanding of the subject, everything is just going to go bad for you. Yeah. But if you're able to do it on your own, if you know how to like study on your own very well and understand basics and even the places that seem complicated, if you're able to find your way around it by yourself, it's actually a good thing. That is also something I really wish I knew because subjects like math, I mean, it's something I really love. But then when I got to SHS, it was a subject that I felt like, nah. I mean, back then in JHS primary, I was doing so well, and then as time went on, like it was something that I would choose over any subject, probably even over English. But then I got to SHS first year, it was good. Then second year, third year, nah. So you should really know how to handle stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, so me personally, concerning the educational aspect of school,
Mm.
I didn't really have a problem because I had seniors from my GHS who were like immediately I entered the school, they started advising me. They forced me to make a timetable to start learning from year one. So basically, I was learning with them. The first group, which was the when I was in Form 1, those who were in Form 3, yeah, I was learning with them. They took me through a lot. So basically, like I was in Form 1, but then they were always quizzing me and all of that. Yeah, so I was always learning with them back to back like that. And then when they left, those who I met when I was in Form 2 and they were now in Form 3, they also, they also continued like that. So me, honestly, I didn't really have a problem, and they left me a lot of books, explained a lot. Like, so basically, I wasn't really relying on the teachers because sometimes the teachers won't come around. But then my seniors, who I came, we all came from the same JHS to meet in senior high. Yeah, they really helped me a lot. A lot of them really helped me a lot.
So that's kind of like
Yeah,
a lesson. You should find people who are in the higher classes,
yeah,
people who are reliable that can actually help you because they've been in that stage and they are now where they are. So they have the feel of it. Yes. So that is something you should take note of. Also, the times that you spend at the school site and the times that you spend like in your dorms. For us, we didn't have much time like in the dorms. Like whenever we go to the dorms, it's only to sleep and then there's few time the only time we had siesta was on Saturday and Sunday. For Monday to Friday, it was I won't say there was anything like siesta, even if it might seem like it was siesta, there was nothing like siesta because you go to the school site, you come back, all the only time you have is to bath and get back to the school site. That was from Monday to Friday. Yes. So you really have to learn how to balance your schedule for learning and for resting. Yes. Because for you to rest in senior high school, from my experience, it was really tough. Yeah. And that puts a lot of stress on you.
okay.
Mm.
So on my side, well, school was actually very fun. Let me say it that way because I had a lot of like I had enough time to bond with my friends. So I've made very good friends who I still talk to till today. Yeah, we're like the boys, like those of us who were in the same room. We always spent time together, helped each other out with everything. Yeah, it was actually very nice. We're like brothers. In fact, we are like brothers. Yeah. So if you have any problem, it was easy for you to, approach anybody. But then I feel like if you are that kind of person who doesn't like to relate to people, you wouldn't really enjoy senior high because you should know how to talk to others. You should know how to be friendly with others. So I feel like if you don't have that social drive, you wouldn't really enjoy senior high school. Yeah.
Actually, I feel like senior high school actually teaches you how to be sociable. Because I have friends who, well, if when we were in Form 1, our first year, they weren't very sociable. I mean, it's very difficult for them to like relate with people. But then as time went on, especially those who were in the boarding house, as time went on, it was so easy. Like we were able to share stuff together. And honestly, one thing I'm thankful about for SHS is the people that it gave me. Like the friends I have now, like now we are so close and we actually help each other out in certain things that we found difficulty in. Yeah. So I think SHS actually helps you to be sociable. So if that's something that you do not know how to do, going to SHS is actually going to help you improve, because there are lots of people in SHS. If in government schools, honestly, you think making friends is so easy from the beginning. That is if you're a sociable person. But then you'd realize that you actually, when you go to SHS, you realize there are so many different kinds of people. So it actually teaches you how to cope with people. People who are annoying, people who are funny, people who get on your nerves, people who are kind, like just so many different characters. So it helps you learn to tolerate people. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, it actually it helps you control yourself. Like helps you know self control. It helps you to tolerate different kinds of characters. So that is also another thing. Yeah.
Okay, so I wish you should know how to wash. That is one thing, like you should know how to before you go to SHS, because when you go to school, forget nobody's coming to wash for you. You are not bringing any
Washing
washing
machine.
machine, any nanny, any maybe if your mom used to wash for you, forget that one there because you are there on your own. So if you don't know how to wash, you are going to suffer, and your clothes you can't also be seen around wearing dirty clothes. So yeah,
You could even get punished for it.
yeah.
Yeah. And also how to lay your bed. Like every morning and even evening. Your bed should like you should really, really know how to lay your bed. Because there are times where there'll be expectations, like sometimes it's even unaware. So if you're caught and your bed is not laid properly, there's trouble. So that is something you should also know or
Yeah.
take note of. Yes.
And you should know how to iron. Yeah, if you don't know how to iron your clothes too, forget. Yeah,
Sometimes in a particular way, right? For
yeah.
the boys.
I remember a friend of mine didn't iron his clothes. Well, in our school, if you're ironing your shirt, there should be only one line showing, one line from the shoulder all the way to the waist. And he mistakenly, created like I think double or triple lines, and he was punished for that. Just because of that, the prefect punished him. So since then till today, he's always ironing his clothes extremely, extremely well. So yeah, if you don't know how to iron, you should start practicing before you go to senior high school. Yeah.
Okay, so we'd also like you guys to leave your comments down in the comment section of your experiences or what you wish you knew before going to the senior high school so that others can also, benefit from it one way or the other. And subscribe to the channel for more.
Turn on the post notifications to be notified when we release another video.
Be notified of the video and like this video.